The wedding lights had faded, and the laughter of the guests slowly melted into silence. The new bride, Meera, walked into her room, her heart racing with a mix of excitement and fear. The air smelled of roses and rain, the kind of night that feels like a secret between the sky and the earth. Aarav was already there, sitting quietly by the window. He looked calm, but deep inside, he was as nervous as she was. The world often calls it the first night, but for him, it was the beginning of something far deeper, not just a relationship, but a bond built on respect. When Meera entered, he stood up immediately, unsure of what to say. She smiled faintly, her eyes still shy beneath the veil. For a few seconds, neither spoke. Only the ticking clock filled the space between them. Finally, Aarav broke the silence. "Meera," he said softly, "I don't know what people expect from this night, but I just want you to be comfortable. We don't need to rush anything." His words were gentle, but they carried weight. Meera looked at him, her eyes shining with surprise. She had imagined many things: awkwardness, tension, even fear, but not this kindness. She whispered, "Thank you. I was so afraid, not of you, but of what everyone expects this night to be." Aarav smiled. "Let's forget about everyone for a while. Tonight is only about us, not what the world says, but what our hearts feel." They sat down and started talking about their childhood dreams, their favorite books, the moments they had never shared with anyone else. Meera laughed for the first time that night, a small, nervous laugh that turned into a real one. Aarav listened, and with every word, her hesitation faded. He poured her a glass of water and said, "You know, I never believed in love at first sight, but tonight I think I understand what peace feels like." She looked at him, smiling through tears. Maybe peace is another form of love. Hours passed, and they kept talking about silly things, about life, about how strange it felt to call each other husband and wife. The rain outside grew softer, and the night turned tender. By the time the first ray of dawn touched the curtains, Meera rested her head on Aarab's shoulder. Neither of them said a word. They didn't need to. The silence between them said everything. That night, there were no big gestures, no dramatic moments, only two souls finding comfort in each other's presence. Sometimes love doesn't need words or promises. Sometimes it begins with respect, understanding, and the courage to simply listen. That night wasn't about perfection. It was about peace and a kind of love that will last forever. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, The English Pulse Story.